So, I was reading the whole women are suffering from men being broke. Nobody's stopping and going, men are suffering from being broke. You know, it's like, you're broke, you're hungry, you owe money, you probably don't have heat in your house, but a woman is suffering because you aren't well-to-do, you selfish prick. You deserve this for being so selfish as to be poor. It's your fault for not being good enough to marry. We now have our friend, what is her name? Jade or something? I saw this on my phone yesterday. I took a snapshot and didn't read it. Woman spent 90p, so that's like 120 bucks or something American, on a 3-hour trip for a Tinder date only to be called fat and dumped at the train station.
No, this is the first I've heard of it.
Save Spider-Man?
I'm crestfallen. Save? What's happening? I didn't know any of this. Whatever you say is Greek to me, but all these, the mountains of Produttore and I don't know. It'll all work out, I'm sure. Good luck. I'll figure it out.
Welcome to dating, darling. How much you want to bet this chick was totally going after a complete alpha? You know, she was going after a dude who was really good looking and could just be like, you put on weight. No. Get out. You know? Technically, that's her fault. That's the guy she chose. You want to put money on it? She swiped left on dudes that probably would have treated her like a queen.
My lady.
That's how dating is today. All the women are chasing men that are out of their league and they don't care. Let's not even read the Metro article because that one isn't that funny. It's just straight up information. Because at the time this article was written, her friends put up this GoFundMe as a joke for $90 and they laughed at her. So they figured she can just use this money to buy wine and cheese or something. It's like, I'm going to show you I'm not fat. I'm going to stay at home and eat wine and cheese. Girl called fat by nasty Tinder date has made $800 after setting up crowdfunder. Good work, simps. You basically see a girl who just suffered from chasing a dude that was probably out of her league, and then you give her money for it. She would have swiped left on you, and you gave her money for her poor decision. You deserve to lose your money. A woman who spent over 90 blah, 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 only to be insulted when she got there, has then been showered in nice messages, date offers, and money. Fantastic. You chose the wrong guy to go on a date with, and instead of her suffering with the failure of her choices, we shower her with love and money. How is she ever going to learn? She's going to do this again and set up another crowdfunding again. The guy I thought I was in love with was actually cheating on me the whole time. Set up a GoFundMe for me to go to the Bahamas, please. And guys will throw money at her. Here, can I go with you, please? I'm so desperate. Jade was subjected to what would probably go down as one of the worst dates in history, when the man she met up with called her fat and then drove her back to the station to go home. Is that not the most alpha shit you ever heard in your life? Like, for real. Is that not alpha to the core? The dude was probably in a sports car. No. I can't really be mad at him because I have the same thing on my dating profile. If you're too heavy for my motorcycle suspension, you're too heavy for me. It's true. If you're too heavy for my motorcycle suspension, you gotta go. And I'm not even alpha. I just care about my Olin suspension. After the date, I'm like thinking about it. He probably picked her up, drove a little bit, and said, you put on weight. No. It turned it around. My God. And she's, oh my God, what? You chose this. This is the guy you thought was for you, darling. All the dudes you swiped on that you thought weren't good enough, those would have been the guys that would have been like, you're beautiful. The universe is reclining in your hair. And she'd be sitting there like, could we just get on with this date? My God, when I posted this on Twitter, there were dudes. This is one guy like, my girlfriend won't even go to the kitchen to give me a glass of water without rolling her eyes. And this broad went on a train for 3 hours to meet a guy for him to kick her out. I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. After the date, keeping her chin up, she and friends jokingly set up a GoFundMe page to try and make back some of the $90. So $115, that's close. Cost back from the date when it took her 3.5 hours to get to, saying she would spend it on wine and a stick of lard. So, you know, as a male, I can't really be moved to give a shit about this. yeah, I can't really have any sympathy for. You can get mad at me if you want, but you gotta look at it from my perspective as a man. As a guy who gave an engagement ring to a woman and I didn't get it back when she was cheating on me. You know, I kind of, you know, I think I've lived through some worse things. So I'm not crying a river. Someone just called her fat and kicked her out of a car. Big whoop. Do you know what the fuck the average man is subjected to on the regular on Tinder? My God, women insult you in the app and then unmatch you. I've had a woman go on a date with a woman. It was terrible. She was probably one of the most selfish people I've ever met in my life. And then she told me she moved when we weren't even talking. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she starts blowing up on me for me to leave her alone. It's like, I didn't say shit to you. You messaged me, you psychopath. Knobby, knee, flat ass bitch. Enjoy the West Coast, girl, because you ain't going to be doing too well. You dumb. Upstate New York, you're a solid 6. LA, I lived in LA. You are invisible. I've had women sit there, I tell them I was doing things like, oh, I've got these voice acting gigs. I'm really stoked about it. It's great. And the girl's like, that's cool. And then she's like, what are you doing like a week or two later? Because you know how women are when they're like trolling for dick. They're basically in the middle of trying to find the guy they want to hump. They talk to you to pass the time. Like, he hasn't texted me back. Let me talk to this one guy who's nice to me because I'm shallow and empty. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing voice lines for that game I told you I was going to voice act for. Oh, you're actually doing that? I'm like, yeah. I thought you were making it up to impress me. It's like, why would I want to impress you? You don't want to have sex with me. You're not interested in me. So impressing you would be a waste of my time. Do you understand? I know that you're used to men trying like hell to get you. But the second you tell me you're not interested, much like Prince, just say the word, honey, I'm gone. I know ain't nothing wrong with your ears. Jade, who already had a few dates with the bloke in question, said she stepped out of the train station to be told she had put on some weight. For future reference, the unnamed man, this is not okay. Oh, shut up. This broad is like, for future reference, unnamed man, this is no, shut up. My God, someone says something. You know how many times I've been belittled by women? Do you know how many times I've been belittled? You know how often men have been shit on by women? I've walked past girls going down the street and they'd say something rude to me. Ugh, he's ugly. He walks so close to us. You know, this is like, as a man, you deal with this regularly. And you're just supposed to get on with your life. Someone says, oh, this is how screwed up our society is. If a woman is anything less than perfect or anything less than complimented, it's like the end of the world. But on the other hand, don't be overly nice to women either. Or else it can result in a very nasty situation. Charlotte on Twitter is here to educate us. Men, before you tell a joke / give advice, pay a compliment, you need ask yourself 3 questions. 1, was I invited to speak?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's clinical depression.
Go f yourself. How about that? 2, will what I'm about to say be welcome? Go f yourself. What I'm about to say be welcome. My God. Don't you just wish you could grab some of these women and drop them off in the jungle? 3, am I speaking to enrich this person or am I speaking just to make myself seen? What the f does that even mean? If you're speaking, you're speaking. I do not even get it. If you're telling a joke, nobody's going to sit there and go, excuse me, may I tell a joke? Oh, wait, no, I'm breaking number 1. I have to wait till I'm invited to speak. Like she's some sort of teacher in a classroom and you're some ruly child. Well, what I'm about to say be welcome. Your Twitter post isn't welcome, but you're posting it. It's almost as if she doesn't even realize she's breaking even her own rules. That's the beauty of public forum. You can say whatever, whenever. It's almost like people want the world to be, these social justice types want the world to be like 1984. Wait, one day we're going to have the Junior Anti-Sex League. They'll come and get me, but thankfully when they hang me at the guillotine, actually no, guillotines chop off your head, whatever. Well, when I'm publicly executed, at least I know I'll have some thoughts next to me. Someone turn on some Duran Duran. You put on a little weight. They acted like he killed her mother. He made an observation, like you were much cuter. How the hell did you put on so much weight in 4 weeks? It's a good question. Oh, I was on Prozac and I gained 30 pounds in 6 months. It took me forever to get that shit off. My doctor was shocked. He's like, what the hell happened to you? You were so fit before. Like the other doctor said Prozac would help me, but it's really going wrong. He's like, yeah. By the way, Don't use antidepressants unless you're 100% sure that your doctor's going to hook you up with something that works rather than to just give you whatever. I didn't sit there and cry, start a GoFundMe. My doctor said I gained too much weight. They tried to carry on with the date, but unsurprisingly, the conversation came up again, leading him to drive her back to the station. There has to be more to this story. While editing this, I decided to look a little bit deeper into the original article from the Metro. It gave a play-by-play of her date. When she arrived for the latest meeting. Fuck me. Have you put on some weight? Haven't you? She added. I was like, no, you can't say that. What, you can't say to a woman she put on some fucking weight? What the hell world is this we live in? You can't say that to me. That doesn't make me feel special, you idiot. It's 2019. How dare you criticize a woman? You must be one of those Trump supporters, you mega hat. It was clear he wanted to call the whole thing off, but I still hoped we could have a nice time. So he went in his car. It's obvious the dude was hot, because for most guys who are on Tinder, you know how it is. Even if you get a match, 9.5 times out of 10, the women don't message you. You know, even on Bumble, I get all these matches, and on Bumble, the women have to say something to you. I don't get a reply. Now, I don't even fucking bother swiping anymore. I'll get a ton of matches. It's just like, no, I'm not playing this game anymore. This game is so rigged, it's ridiculous. You sit there, oh, match, we'll talk. Oh, I see. You want to just see if I was going to like you for your ego boost, because that's essentially what it is at this point. Like, these dating apps are just a medium for most chicks to feel better about themselves. It's another form of social media. Am I still hot? The guy I want doesn't like me. Gets on dating apps, swipes some guys. Oh, I see. I got a lot of matches. I've still got it. He's just gay. But he said, I can say it. It's a fact. You have put on some weight. So therefore, I can joke about it. I need to work on my Russell Brand impression. I should have did the David Bowie one. I called him a prick, but then he went berserk. You what? You think I'm a prick? He drove me back to the station and told me I put him in a bad mood and I had to go home. Dude, that is pretty gangster. He's like, what did you say to me? You dare show up here? 10 stones too heavy? Drives back to the fucking train station. Off with you. My God, this is ridiculous. The chick is made to feel... The guy goes, you put on some weight. She acts like it was a murder scene. He killed my self-esteem as first-degree murder. Now she gets $800 for basically getting rejected and has a swarm of basically beta dudes and one guy who runs an app trying to get some free promotion being a part of this shit. Mother of God. Anyway, it looks like Jade will be able to treat herself to a whole lot more wine and maybe even a nice little holiday to help her recover from having to be in the company of such a, in Jade's words, I'm guessing pussy? He's a pussy because he said you're a little frumpy. If he kept the date going, if he didn't drive her back to the train station, she'd be hopping that train again in a week to see him again. Who are we kidding? Chris Curtis donated saying, balls to men like that. I'd come to Leeds and take you out, then have you take a train. I'm guessing he would go out there rather than have her take a train. Have a bottle of wine with me, exclamation point. See, that's why the guy who was on the date with her could get her. He wasn't willing to bend over backwards for her. You don't even know this girl. You haven't had a conversation with her. You just gave her money and you're ready to drive wherever she tells you to. Why don't you tattoo simp on your forehead? I'll do anything for you. Let me tell you a little thing I've learned in my life. When you genuinely put yourself out there for a woman, if she ain't into you, she don't give a damn about you. Believe me, I know. Believe me, I've been there. I'm a master of this. Another said, I thought you could do with an extra wine. What an asshole. Or probably arsehole because it's English. You're so pretty, and I hope your next date goes amazingly. Good. You can pay for it too. Good work, guy. You think she's pretty, you gave her money for it just because some dude told her she was chunky. My God, she actually got a little taste of a harsh life and everybody's ready to set the world on fire to save her. Robert Cable said, she looks beautiful. The man she met is an arrogant fool. No, he probably got it like that. I mean, I don't think she's unattractive, but let's face it. The dude she was after is probably so much better looking than me. I'm 100% sure if we were on the dating app, she wouldn't swipe to meet me. See, I have the new problem where women want to meet me on the app. I swipe with them. They never reply. No date happens. It's just like they're just saying, will he like me? Okay, this type of guy is interested in me. It means I can go a little higher. The author of the article wrote, here, Robert Cable's right. Yeah, good work. Oh no, some woman is inconvenienced. She said, the dude didn't even call. He said, you look like you put on weight. He didn't say you fucking fat, Jade. Jade, what did you... He didn't look at her and go, what happened to the girl I was dating? Did you eat her? No, he was just like, you put on a little weight. And it's like, oh my God, this man is terrible. He's literally Hitler. He's literally Hitler. He didn't make her feel special because all women are special. You son of a bitch. Meanwhile, you're at a dating app. You talk to a girl. All right, I'm done pretending this is someone else's story. I talked to a woman. Ain't even cute. She's fucking 40 and has kids. And I'm like, I'm going to be nice to her, see what's up. And she goes, oh, you're 5'11"? Bye. Like, what? I should have said, okay, no big loss. You're 40 and all your photos are taken with the Snapchat filters to make yourself not look old. This broad had so much exposure on her face, she was a light bulb with eyes. Get the out of here, Mary. Oh my God. I didn't start a GoFundMe. Where's mine? But the single biggest donation of $246 came from Tristan Pinheiro, who has the same name as the communications manager of a dating site called Badoo, who cleverly realized this was a great opportunity for someone to step on Tinder's toes. He said, hi, Jade. Here's something towards your next, hopefully much better date. We think you'd be more successful at Badoo.com. So please contact us and we'll set you up with a premium account. Looking forward to hearing how you get on. Onwards and upwards, Jade. Tinder, by the way. Now, here's why I don't feel sorry for Jade at all. And the fact that there are dudes who are throwing money at her for having a bad date, they're stupid. Study in 2019 shows that male subjects liked 61.9% of female profiles, while female subjects only like 4.5% of male profiles. My God, the disparity is insane. God, if I could just get a better picture of this. Here's another little clip that shows women, not men, appear to have unrealistic standards for the average member of the opposite sex, which I've shown before in the past. Oh my God. Here's a better look at one of the graphs for how women and men rate each other on okcupid.com. You can just look at the chart yourself. Dude, it's just like, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I know. I've been out there trying to date and getting treated like shit, and I just stopped. I said, the hell with it. Why bother go on dating apps, get treated like crap by women who aren't that interested in me? Ah, the bloody hell with it. I can't find that video clip where it shows the Tinder date commercial douchebag thing, where this guy actually has the chart showing the disparity in matches on Tinder, where it's basically 80-20 rule. All the women are fighting for 20% of the men. Only 20% of dudes tops get chicks. So, like I said before, that's why I don't feel bad for Jade. I'm 100% sure she was going after a total Chad, got burnt, and then a whole bunch of lonely simps throw money at her and tell her how beautiful and amazing she is. You're the guys she didn't want to go out on a date with. And then you quickly run in there and help her from her problem. She won't learn. It's kind of like a drug addict. They run off, OD on coke, or I should say heroin. Usually everybody ever known that OD was on heroin. So she ODs on heroin. You run to the hospital. Oh, here's some money. You're too beautiful to be doing heroin. And then she just takes that money and go get some more heroin. My God. It's a vicious cycle. Women that don't know better or don't care to know better until they reach their 30s. And men who facilitate and encourage their bad behavior. Speaking of bad behavior, it's Fluffy. So that's a sign the video has to end. Get off my head, dopey. Ah, get your face out of the mic. Bad dog. Bad. I can't turn it off if I can't see.